Welcome to Trackday Tuesday. Taking a look at R4 Ridge Racer Type 4. Whew, what a mouthful. Just let me know how the audio levels and chat, just make sure you can hear me alright. And that I'm not too loud. Let's just turn the gain down a little bit on here, because it seems to be picking up a bit. Okay, that seems better. Right, okay, let me know how it is. So we're playing Ridge Racer on the original PlayStation. Yes, I realized there are no analog sticks. Ridge Racer was included in the PlayStation Classic, and he called it the PlayStation Mini though. And the game will be down for me. Right, we should all be good, so let's jump right in. I'm going to start off with a drift type of car, because it's my favourite, but you can choose between drift and grip. I do apologise if my voice is going a little bit, hopefully it won't. Right, let's jump straight into it. We're going to start a fresh Grand Prix. I was trying to decide to carry my save, but I think we'll start fresh. And we're going to go for the Pac-Man car. I'm trying to remember who it's by. We'll find out now. Here we go. So, welcome. Here are the rules of the competition for this Grand Prix, which is the only Grand Prix. The Grand Prix consists of 3 stages with a total of 8 races. Okay, it's pretty nice. So it's kind of like a point system, so you need to make sure you get enough to get through to the next heat. You can retry tracks. I have finished this game before, so hopefully we'll get through it alright this time. It's been a little while anyway.
If you fail to advance, you must retire from the Grand Prix. The qualifying position for each stage is as follows. You must finish 3rd or better in each race to advance through stage 1. 2nd place or better in each race.
Okay, 2nd place in the 2nd heat.
2. And finally, a first
We'll
place
go come
finish
first in
is
the
required for all 4 races in the final
round. Okay.
To
That
win the
makes
Grand
sense.
Prix, you must advance through the first 2 stages and place first in all 4 races of the final round.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's get into it. Let's do this. Okay, 4 racing teams welcome to join you. Remember, we're on for Pack Racing Club. I don't know why the G in racing is weirdly taller. Okay, they're a Japanese one. These guys should be a drift car, if I'm right. So you're the punk who's supposed to give us a winning season. Inexperienced punk at that. Okay, this kid's a little bit angry, but never mind. You can choose 1 car manufacturer out of 4 to sponsor your team. Okie doke. This is where we choose what type of car. So we've got 2 grips and 2 drifts. We're going to go for, being away in Europe, I'm going to choose this Italian sponsor. There's our car, look, it's got Pac-Man looking snazzy there. I don't think there's anything else we can change here. No. Automatic. I'm not a manual person. We've got you Assoluto for this season, like you asked. I did ask. Here we go, first heat. Let's go to the Helter Skelter Yokohama. Okay, let's get started. Heat 1, race 1.
Real racing
There we go. Oh, the good old Jaggies, the PlayStation 1 Jaggies. And we're going to change the view. I don't know why it always does this view. I'm prepared to see the car person. So here we go. Remember, feel free to ask anything in the chat and I'll have a look in between. Oh, it's been a while. So you need to go close to the corner when you're doing this type of drift. So I really just want to try and it takes a little while to get back to this. I'm a big Ridge Racer 6 fan. Keep meaning to go back to it as well. I was just wishing it was backwards compatible. That was like my jam. I really got into Ridge Racer 6, which is cool. But this one's good as well. I finished this one a few times as well. Anyone who's played Ridge Race will know the drifting is a lot different from most racing games, so. Come on. And I love Ridge Racing music. I don't know if that music can get pulled or not, but let's just enjoy it while it lasts. Oh, come on. It's surprisingly not too bad with the D-pad. I initially had some reservations about using the D-pad for driving, but surprisingly not too bad. It would have been nice if they stuck some analog sticks on this PS1 Classic, but just the way it is. Sony made some poor decisions. But anyway, we're not here about the PS1 Classic. That's a video or stream for another day. We're here to enjoy the beauty that is Ridge Racer. Right, R4 Ridge Racing Type 4. Ridge Racer Type 4. So we've got no speed boost, there's no nitrous or anything. I haven't tried looking at chat. I haven't tried. I'm guessing slipstreaming does work. These are the old days where you just had to kind of like figure out. So many modern games are like, I'm gonna tell you everything that's happening. You're slipstreaming right now. You're overtaking someone right now. You're drifting right now. That's modern race games here. These are just like, yeah, I get it. You're slipstreaming. I don't need to tell you about it. There's lots of Namco references about as well, and the banners and stuff. There we go. One race down. Okay. That was the Helter Skelter. Let's go for. We'll get some dialogue now. First place. Whoa. Is this some kind of sick joke? This was 90. What year this came out? Let's double check before I say something up about. '98 Japan, '99 Europe. Yeah, it was a bit late than I thought. Okay, so yeah, late 90s humor here, or dialogue. Plus, it's retro video game dialogue. Like video game dialogue can be a bit off to start with, but here we go. Wonder Hill in. I've lost where it said then. Okay. Oh, it says date there. Saturday, 15th of May. Let's have a race half. So you can choose a song. You can't hear it though.
Real Racing Roots 99.
I think in new ones you can like choose a track and you can hear. If I remember from the 6. Once again, change my camera angle. There we go. Lots of dark levels I noticed in this game, which isn't too bad on the stream. My PC monitor looks better, but my TV screen is a little bit darker for the PS Classic music, so not sure why. It looks good for everything else. Oh, that was a bit too soon, wasn't it? Okay, let's do this. But yes, I know I've said it before, but Ridge Race music is very good, and I like this handling. Okay, it's a little bit tricky to come back to. I felt like Ridge Racer 6 had like a really good like, you locked into it, and Ridge Racer 3D. That's the underappreciated Ridge Racer game. Okay, just getting back into the flow of this. Blur effects on the lights there. Oh, come on. It's nice to go back to this to have some different tracks. I think when you got to 6 and 7, in some ones were starting to just like reuse tracks a bit too much. Same with Racer 3D. Because it's a shame. But this is the type of racing game I like. I like a good arcade racing game with these standalone tracks. Getting a little bit tired of the open world stuff these days. I just think you can have a much better crafted track as these standalone tracks than trying to be part of some open world. Oh! The fence there. Okay. Oh man, I need to catch up here. Let's corner. Come on. Oh. Third place, I need to. Come on. Okay, here we go. Thing with the drift cars, you need to start sooner in the corner. You need to go for the inner corner. Grip cars, you want to go for the outside corner. Come on, I think I see some lights there. For a PlayStation 1 game, this doesn't look too bad. I know it's got the jaggies, what are they called? But I think because you're racing, you don't notice what I call the... It's probably got a proper name, and I just read it in my retro game magazine. I totally forgot now what it's called. But what I call the warp textures. They're kind of like, if you go up, like in a game like Tomb Raider, you go up to a wall, and it looks like it's moving by itself. That kind of looking. That doesn't seem to come into effect too much in here. Come on. Come on. Oh, I don't know where I came then. Okay, hopefully we got through that heat and we'll see. Oh yeah, it did qualify, okay. I was worried we weren't going to qualify as wonderful. Right, let's see where we go next. 2 firsts in a row was too much for you. Alright, we're just getting back into this. I suppose that's par for the course. Now, don't get wrong, I'm pretty amazed. Okay, slightly backhanded compliment there. Do you want to save your current? Yeah, we'll save. Let's save it onto my fake memory card. Yes, please. Yes, please. Now saving. Boom. Okay. Second heat. Here we go. So we're going to the edge of the earth in New York.
You've got a new car.
Let's go to the Big Apple. So we've got a new car. New car time. Here's your new car. See how many racing games did that? Bring out your new car on a truck. Kind of wish there's a spin-off though where you're driving the truck. You drive the truck in Stunt Race FX or Stunt FX for the SNES. There's a bit where you drive the truck. Not good though. But still. Hey kid, have you been to the garage yet? We've got a new car for the second heat. Cheers. Oh, the car there is, let's have a look. No, it's just telling us about the car. Not good. I thought it was going to be like choose a car or something. Okay, this is where I need to come second. Let's just go random play.
Real Racing Roots 99
There we go.
Edge of the Earth.
Edge of the Earth, New York. I love a good racing announce. I don't know why I keep swapping the camera. There we go. We're back with our new fancy car. I turned the brightness up on my TV, so I hope I can see it a little bit better. Branding things in a corner. Really difficult to see some of the signs on this. It's all PlayStation graphics. There we go. Again, another great tune. Oh! That thing once you locked into that drift, but make sure you finish the drift. It's a little bit tricky to get back into it. Well, it's a little bit tight. All about that control of the drift. I think the only ridge race I couldn't really get into, well, I enjoyed it actually, but the AI was like really difficult. Is that ridge race at Unbounded for the Xbox 360? I think it came out on other stuff, but that's the version I played, which we'll stream another day. But yeah, that was tricky to get back into. It's because the AI is hard. I mean, I think the control-wise, it was a good ridge racing game. Very difficult. Okay, here we go. On New York track. Okay, we're 4th place. That's okay. Go. Gotta watch out. Some of these look like the corners, but they're not. They're just changing road like that. You don't want to waste drifting or something like that. I think as soon as you see some of these red and white signs, you know, better start drifting. Come on, 3rd place now. Right, okay. Racing Trackday Airports. There's a few games to play with them. Wonder what it is. There's an opportunity for like a plane to land. There's an airport level in Ridge Racer 6 actually. Oh, come on. Catch up with more. I remember the last track of this game being tricky, but we'll find out. Hopefully it's stick. Get there. Oh, I probably didn't need. Oh! Yes. Okay, we're getting some good drifts in here. I think I just saw player 1 ahead. Where is it? Come on, downtown. Oh no. Oh well, 2nd place, that's not too bad. Not too bad, close, we could have done that first. It went alright. Okay. Right, so we qualified that one. Let's see what track we got next. Not bad, kid. That's all we had to say. We're at Circuit Out of the Blue in Yokohama. I'm gonna go for a random song again. I can't remember the songs well enough by heart to know which one's which.
Racing Route 99 in Out of Blue.
Blue, okay, here we go. The daytime track, finally, yes. Here we go. Go. Oh. got some sharp points here. Oh! Ooh. That one looks pretty sharp there. And more sharp points, you can see it there. After the dockyard, this reminds me of a level from Blur. Underappreciated game. Right, okay. Let's do this. Man, nice accuracy. Okay, here we go. Tight corners in here. More coming up. Going for the mini-maps. Probably prefer more zoomed in mini-map, but I'm like... See if we can see what Namco. I didn't recognise what game that's from. If you look at that signboard when I pass every lap, it's usually some different characters from an old classic Namco arcade game. Every time I don't even get drift run up. This one is different. That's a particularly tight one though. And that sound, I'm trying to, like, what does that sound like? Next time I drift, you might hear it. It's got a very strange sound. And that sounded more like a tire speaker, but before, it sound like an elephant making a noise. I didn't do anything. Oh, oh. And sometimes you come out of that drift and you face the wrong way. Okay, let's go down here. Oh. That corner there. Okay, there we go. Start chatting a bit more, it's got so focused here. It's very focused. It's a bit trickier. Final lap or final turn? No, that's like the Formula 1 game ahead. Oh no. Ah, you failed. I'm sure I can redo it. I can retry that, sorry. Oh, you only get so many chances. Right, we'll go. Focus our tactic on this one. There we go. Yeah, rev too much sometimes. Here we go.
3 laps to go.
Slightly more chilled music this time. Welcome to the racing. Oh, here we go. The beat's coming in now. Right, okay, let's go. Not the big corner. This is a real problem. Wow. Slow down well to that time. Yeah, Oh, go for this. Okay. These other players are going. The grip car got stuck on the outside. Weird. Can't even read any signs to know where you are. Must have been weird to like design signs so you knew in a game where you're not going to be able to read what it says. I just sort of digged up close as well, so that nice combat one. Yeah, nice combat was Namco. It's another game that was very good on the PlayStation 1. Come on. Oh, yes. And you get a drift right, feels really good. It's not the game with the best drifting is though. I'm a sucker for the drift mode in Juice 2 Hot Import Nights, which is a terrible sounding name, but the game is actually quite good. But the drift mode in that is really cool, just around car parks and stuff, like multi-story car parks. So if you like a good drifting mode in a game, I highly recommend that. And even though the drifting feels weird in Ridge Racer 6, I think it's still my favourite from the series for the drifting. Need to make a new Ridge Racer. Whoa. Okay, this is the fake corner. No, it's not. This is the fake one. I call it fake because you don't really need to drift. This is a real one. Ah, man, too late again. Okay. I hang that, but I just need to come second, so I just pass this guy. Come on. It's in a circle here. In the corner, yes. I don't think it's always beneficial to drift. I think it's just sharp corners. Second place, right. Come on. All I need is a second place. I left that a bit late. Oh, drifted too early. Come on, car. Come on. Let me do this. Oh, so close again. Catching up as well. Whew. Right, let's go to the next one. Okay, you blew it away on the last race, but you came through when it was counted. Oh, yeah, we'll save that. Sorry, just quickly checking something. Right, saving. Okay, ooh, final Grand Prix.
Ready to roll.
Okay, well, we've got a new car, let's have a look. Okay, right. Ooh, a new sleeker, faster Pac-Man car. Let's see how this goes. We've got the best car for the final GP. Okay, thanks. Okay, we're going to Pantomile in Japan. Quite interesting. I can't remember what this one is. Oh, it's another daytime level. And, oh, there's Dig Dug and Pac-Man. Okay. Why am I always got this camera angle? Oh, too soon again. Okay, there's Dig Dug and Pac-Man there. Okay, it's a lot easier to see when you're back on old games. PlayStation 1 era, when there's a dark level, I'm just like, the lighting wasn't very good, so I prefer when it's like a daytime race. Namco blimp there. I left that too late to drift there. Okay. Ooh, double on in two different ways there, but we've got through. Wow, it's quick. 40 seconds for that. Quite a quick race. Really focus. Come on, what's this guy doing? Okay. Oh, come on. Yes. Third place. Right, okay. In the corner. Come on. Yes. Second place, right. Third place there. It doesn't actually show the other players on. Oh, yes, there he is. I'm dreading the last race though. That last race is in the dark. You can't see the tunnels, corner tunnels. Who built a tunnel on the corner? I don't know. I wouldn't. Come on. Oh, the squeak on this tire thing. Come on. Come on, little car, do it. Yes. Whew. Oh, I don't know if we can do it then. I've moved my mic as well, so I can't tell if it's back in the right place, but hopefully it can all hear me alright. Drink. Okay, we did it, right. It's 4 races in the final, so we'll go next. I wonder what this guy's gonna say. Way to go, kid. You exceeded my expectations. How could you win with a car that's only been tuned up? Okay, next. Final. Circuit. Biggest, or brightest night. New York. Right, back to New York we go. Here we go. October. And it's back to a nighttime race. Oh, that looked like a Pokemon. Okay, if someone knows what that statue is, let me know, because I swear that looked like a Pokemon. Here we go, brightest night. New York. Lakeside again. Okay. We've got some tight corners towards that map. Some more cool beats as always. You guys make good music for Ridge Racer, that's for sure. Okay. Oh, no, that's not what I'm doing. The bumpies there, we don't want the bumpies so we can. Come on, oh. Stone Road here. I was expecting it seems a bit more European than New York. Oh, what a jump. I like San Francisco than New York with that jump. Fifth place. Okay, this is obviously a longer track than the last one. Come on. up too soon for the drift there. What's that about? Okay. I need to find out. If anyone knows if this music's on Spotify or somewhere else to listen to, let me know, because it's good stuff. A little bit late there. Drifting a bit sooner. Come on, that's better. Here we go. Yeah, if anyone's got like favourite Ridge Racer track or Ridge Racer game, let me know in the chat in the comments. Oh, there it is. Come on. I'll drift a bit earlier on some of these though. You don't want to do it too early. Do it too early and flip on the wall. That didn't really the drift, but never mind. Make this up the drifting area. Okay, third place last lap. You can see the other car there. Some weird shiny polygons there. Yes, come on. Come here, yes. Woohoo! Yes. Come on, where's first place? That corner's let me down. Okay, we can do it. Sharp corner, corner. Let's jump. Oh, there he is. Come on, we can do it. Focus on compensating. And what they do compensate. Come on. Ah. That's a shame. What a shame. You failed. Oh, we've only got 2 more chances after this, right? So hopefully we'll get it. Let's do it. Here we go. Got a better start there. We know where the sharp corners are, we know where the fake corners are. Let's do it. Comes to be. Let's get into the Ridge Racer zone. Because it's that type of intense, you've got focus risk. You haven't got time to itch and loose. That was a much better corner that time. Right, okay. Yes, we're doing it. Really can't afford to bump anything. Really slows you down a lot. Some games you just like kind of bump off, like, I'm gonna keep going. Another game's like, oh, look, you bumped it, so it's gonna really slow you. Whoa, that was a fast drift. Oh, come on. Dude, driving the car, same as me. Right, I'm passing bumpers, yes. 4th place, and we're on the first lap. This is going bare already. And I forgot how uncomfortable the PlayStation 1 controller is after a while in my hand. Right, that's just the tension in the controller arm is digging into my palm. Build up as well. It's like a German night rave. Or that big party scene from The Matrix. Yes, 2nd place. Come on. This is it. Getting back into the zone here. It's this dread corner. Oh no, but it's alright. It's alright. Oh, we're nearly in first place and we've still got another lap to go. could do this. Yes. Alright, now we've got another lap to go. We could do it. Yeah, chance. Feels weird using X, the cross button, sorry, for accelerating and not the triggers. Because I always find it weird using a slip your thumb across to the square for the brake, the drifting. Oh no, that's too soon. Come on. Okay, let's see how it's gonna go. Oh, that was a much better corner attempt. First place, here we go, we can do it. My car's doing as well. Okay, here's the final stretch. We can do it. Oh, yes, first place. Come on, let's enjoy that victory for a second and then we'll carry on. Let's go. Okay, congratulations. Yeah, say what? Say what? Yeah, you know what? I got through. Here we go. Off to heaven and hell. Okay, I don't know what that is. We'll find out anyway. Oh, it's an outside level. I like these countryside ones. There's some really good ones in Ridge Racer 6. I appreciate the city, like, yeah, futuristic city, but there's something cool about here's this futuristic racing cars in the countryside. Here we go. Also, look, you can keep an eye out for the posters as well. You can see some good. Oh, man, I should have drifted there. Yeah, put some tight corners in here. Whoa, big jump. Okay, not such a big jump. That's some big jumps in 6. I know I keep talking about 6 a lot. It's my main. That's like my Ridge Racer. I bet everyone's got a different Ridge Racer. This is the Ridge Racer I grew up with. All played with. Number 6. I need to go back to number 6. Here we go. Oh, no. Yeah. Nice. Alright, oh, helicopter action there. Tension in this game, my neck's gonna hurt after this. Right, come on. Starting to get the claw on my left hand foot and here we go. Oh, yes. Gonna do take some of the corners a bit earlier though. Come on. Man, getting the guitars on this one, aren't they? Third place down. Got one more lap to catch up. Interesting to go find a set. How is it? I know it's not having it spread out. This isn't it? Some racing games you play and everyone's like, we're all stuck together. Right, and then everyone's like, nope. Don't see him on face. Come on. There's a second. Man, this one is fantastic. Come on. No rumble as well. That's what's weird. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I should think I'm doing it. That's better. Right, okay. Come on, go find one more. Don't find him in time. Nope. What a shame. What a shame. Some nasty corners in that one. Let's see what's called Heaven and Hell, but we still got another attempt. I think your chances, your retries, reset after another race. So it doesn't matter, I use a retry on a different level. I think it goes back for free for this. There we go. 76 Pac-Man. Okay. I'll change the camera in a minute once it's going. A little bit late, but at least I didn't overdo it on the revs that time. Okay, here we go. I've got to lock in these strips a bit longer as well. The manual said inner corner. Whoa. Yeah, the manual said go for the inner corner. Shouldn't do too long. Also, really worth looking at the manual online for this game, because if you want to be shocked, look at this manual, because I usually look at all manuals like there's loads of pages and loads of pictures and loads of explaining. I kid you not, I think this manual might be like 4 pages long, and 2 of them are just like safety warnings. It's like the least descriptive manual I've seen in a long time. And we're talking about an era that still had manuals. It's different now, because loads of games were like, here's the tutorial for the next 2 hours. But you've got no manual, do you? I prefer manual, because unless someone is going to sit down and play one game to game 10, you know, sometimes you just want to jump in and out of games. Sometimes you're like, I fancy playing that, but with no manual, it's kind of like, well, I can't remember how the tutorial works, and then you just like forget how anything works. Obviously, racing games usually a little bit easier to pick up though. Okay, we're going to do the first lap. Okay, 5th place. It's okay. We need to repair though. It's a bit tricky track. Get the first one. Come on. Oh, I've got to do that one longer though. Okay, not too bad. You get off that track, it slows down too much. Like I said, wow, I don't know what happened there. I have finished this game before, I'm just, you know what it's like, as soon as you get to live streaming, it's being filmed, pressure's just a little bit more on. I don't give up. Let's keep doing it, we can do this. Ooh, come on. tricky. Do it. It's the sharp corner, it's really going to lengthy. Yeah, that's better. That's better. See, sometimes I get a score. Well, I'm not saying anything. Okay. Last lap though, come on. Find that center through there. This track doesn't like it. Ah, so close as well. Never mind, right, we'll try that again. That one is just tricky. Never mind, right. Okay. Third attempt this one. This one has been... Okay, let's try a different song.
3, 2, 1, go!
Right, better start. Okay. Ah. Yeah, just adjust my glasses and Joe's straight from there. Right, okay. Better. But I'll try to skin a corner. It's long. Ooh. Maybe I could drift around that one a little bit. Oh, come on. Any tips for drifting on this, let me know. It doesn't quite feel the same as number 6. Okay, focus here and see. Just got to try and get a hang of the corners that are causing me issues. That was a bit over drifting there, but it doesn't matter if the drift's not perfect, I just got to try and make sure it doesn't bump into anything. Like that with a grip car, but I like the drift cars, obviously. Swap, yeah. I hate this one. Fifth again, we're in the same situation again. Right, come on. Try and find everyone else to catch up. I kinda wish they were on the map so I knew how far ahead they were. Okay, that was better. Alright, here we go. We've got someone here. That noise seems to go too sharp. Oh, wow. Okay, this one I'm not bothering with because I just ended up slowing down too much. This one's tricky. Yep, again, tricky. Well, at least I pass it. Right, third, right, okay. We can do this. Just gotta keep my cool for this last time. This corner is it? Oh, that was bad. Right, yes, yes. Second place. Okay, okay, we've done so far on this track. Just gotta focus and not mess up on this corner. There's just some nasty corners in this track. Sometimes just come out of the drift too soon. I don't like this corner, I drift too much. Oh, nope, that was better. Right, okay. Not gonna bother with these ones. Nope, I should have done it there. Never mind. Oh, there's first place. Come on. Gotta do it. Yes, yes. Pressure's on there. Okay, okay, that's fine. Nope, we still got speed, okay. Ooh. Oh no, he's right behind me. Oh man, this is so close. Ridiculously close. No, no, I don't know what happened there. Why did I start drifting? No. Oh man, I nearly had it then as well. My last chance, I've got to do it this time. I nearly had it, was that flaming for some reason when I ran that corner, it just drifted by itself. I don't know if I took the corner too sharply and it just drifted. Right, okay, here we go. That corner, right, so I'm pretty sure I'd go into the drift to avoid hitting the wall. Straight in. Okay, we can do it. Let's go. Inner of the curve. Let's drift. Right, okay. Not my best road racer skills today. That corner, I hate that corner. There's me saying before, I like outside tracks, and this track turned out to be much trickier than I remember. Okay, let's do this. Sometimes just this game doesn't do what you think it's going to do. Like that one, I think I always drift early, but it's always late for something. That one just went into the wall. What is going on? The best first lap, but you never know with this game. This, yeah, see, did it again, it just started drifting by itself. Oh, but this time I actually got around the qualifying. Typical. If I'd done that last time, I would have won. Okay. Yes, that's better. There's that. There is. Ooh, I'll just whack him out of the way, sorry. Put some carbon, but chew gum, I'm all out of gum. Let's some car benders. I'm just gonna start drifting myself. Nope, nope, didn't do that time. This game just has law to itself. Right, it's third place. I can see second place, so at least that is something. Come on. Come on, Pac-Man, don't let me down. Yes. Come on. Do it early. Nope, even early it doesn't go around that corner. What is going on? Nope, no, don't dare, still up. That game is just horrendous. Come on. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Yes, yes, come on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Yes. We did it. Thank goodness for that. I don't know if it was the track, the car, the pressure, I don't know, just... Oh, but we're one step closer to finishing this Grand Prix. Thank goodness for that. What is the next one actually? Oh, let's see what they've got to say. Just check something quickly. Yep, that's fine. If you're watching, just let me know how the audio is, because sometimes OBS is like, your game volume seems high, but I did turn it down. Backstage drama. Former RTS driver Yazuki breaks 13-year silence to return as PRC manager. Okay. Yes, please save. I would like to save. Yes. Overwrite data, of course, yes. Okay. Next race, which one? Oh, it is the last one. No. Oh, it's the dreaded one. I think if it's the track I remember, it's in the dark. There's corners in the dark. Oh, that's the corners are in tunnels. Because someone woke up and went, you know where we should build a tunnel? On a corner. Oh, here's our new car. It's all up to you to master it. Good luck. They give you a new car for one race, and it's the last race. It's like, hey, learn how to drive this new car and win the Grand Prix. The final race is up next. Did you see her yet? The crew worked on your machine all night long. Right, here we go. Oh, I've got something in my eye now. It's the pressure. Yep, of course you're going to race at that time on December, before the millennium. It's like, finish this futuristic race and then celebrate New Year. Okay. We'll focus on the... Okay, now we'll sort the camera, right. Yep, this is it. You look at that map, you're like, what's he complaining about? This is an easy race. These corners are like weirdly long and horrible. There's some really tight ones in tunnels. Here we go, tunnels. And the AI is horrible, and there's loads of laps. But yes, the AI is... Like, I remember the first time I saw this race, the amount of times I had to do it, and I was just like... trying to master exactly when to turn each one. There's no room for mistakes here. It's been a while, so I can't quite remember my strategy for this one. Yep, that means he needs to drift on that one. That's the long one without a drift. This one's a drift one. Okay, that thing didn't want to drift. Can drift that one, but I don't feel like I need them. This is going to be a drifty one, essentially. At least they're quite wide. I haven't seen anyone else though. That's 2 laps instantly. Come on. Okay, that's fine. Oh. I got very lucky there, not to the wall. Come on, where's another car? Cars make really weird noises where I always feel like it sounds like in my headphones. Someone's coming behind me with a know. Where is everyone else? And there's no like split time thing between you and the person in front, so I can't tell if they just ran the corner or not. How have I not seen anyone else? Did I crash that bad on the first lap? I'm not seeing anything. Wow, come on. Oh, swirly, is it? Maybe I don't need to drift as much on some of this. Okay, let's try less drifting because I'm not seeing anyone. Where is everyone? I don't know why I can't see them. Wow, just lap myself. Okay, I'm not sure how that went so horribly. Let's try that again. I remember the track, I just don't remember being that tricky. Okay. As our warm up, just to remind us, we've got to just take it easy on the drifting though. Let's have a random song. I don't hear the same song again. Okay. Let's get a good start. Okay. This one different. No, I don't need to drift and keep the speed like that. Faster. Okay, here we go. We can see someone this time. My rubber banding just went completely to whack last time. Come on. That corner. Okay. Put back up, but that's a little bit costly. Messing up on that lap. But here we go. Come on. Hopefully it's good there. Okay. Making progress, and I can see the next person. So that is something. I'm just taking it easy around these corners. Okay, yes. 5th place. Making progress here. Fourth place, right, okay. We can do this. Oh, what was that? Oh, get out of the drift. It's gonna cost us some time there. Right, okay. This guy has been particularly tricky to get past. Yes, okay. 3rd place. One more lap to go though. I can't see anyone. Sugar. Oh no, me hitting that corner might cost it. I can't see some of those. No. Okay, 3rd, we made progress. You sis just can't make any mistakes at all. Okay, let's try again. Come on. Just can't make any mistakes at all. Right. Same strategy, avoid drifting. That worked loads better this time. Last time. Okay. No drifting. Be careful not to hit corner of these corners. That sounds great. You know what I mean? Edges of corners. Go back to the Ridge Racer song. Moving to lead. Come on. Oh, that's good. Okay. Drift didn't help, but at least it didn't hit the edge. Come on, gotta catch up this car. I can see him. Weird blue-green car up here. Oh, yes. One person passed. Another person passed for a second. Speed, yes. Well, be careful not to drift out though. One person passed. Tapping here. Turning here. Okay, 5th place. Okay, 4th place, right. This corner. Straight up, straight. I'm gonna slow down that corner in a sec.
3 laps.
Great, now we're going back to this thing again. That's costing us time. Right, hit me, thanks. Come on, where's 3rd place? There it is. Man, that hitting a wall really slows you down too much. Come on. Really? Right, okay. Second or first place to deal with that. I'm in second place. I'll be happy as soon as I see second place, I know. Get it sorted, get it sorted. Oh, last lap, you gotta be joking. Where even is second place? Can't see them all. I didn't see it. First corner's really messed me up there. Frustrating. It's very frustrating because I've finished this before. My thumb's starting to go a little bit purple from holding that cross button. Right, here we go. Focus. Corners. It's just. I'm going to slow down for that last one. There's no point drift. The drift is just going to cost us. Okay. Take it easy around these corners. Extra tap on that last corner. If you turn too much, you just drift out. You're less controlled in. Okay, maybe it's quicker to drift around some of these corners, but that first time I did it was not. One place probably. Come on. No need for that. Okay, right, that's one done. See, it always goes well for this bit, and it's like... I don't know why it's a repair shape after. Nope. Told you, repair shape. Last corner, right. Okay, so do this. No, we never through every other corner. Just need to keep an eye on that map when the last corner's coming, so I know. Okay, straight corner. Oh, come on, no way. I deliberately slowed down to get out of that corner, but it's still... a really good catch up there. Okay, last corner, we've just got to pull out the stops for this now. Maybe we just have a deliberate. Nope. Too much speed? Too much speed lost there on that corner. Gonna need a miracle to win this now. Right, well, may as well try and practice this last one. Slow down, mate. No difference. Nowhere near 5 places in this. Come on. This is ridiculously tricky. Come on. So annoying.
Sorry, this is the end of this game.
Ah, man.
Again.
Okay, we'll try a different car. I don't know what's going on with it.
R4.
That track was the right pain. I don't know if it says continue. Where did it save it? I saved it on the last one. Okay, we're in luck. We can just keep trying this.
You've got a new card. Ready?
Yes, we're ready. Automatic, obviously. Who would do this in man? That last race was so difficult. Okay, we don't need to be sealed this hand. We can try this again. Oh, I've run out of drink now. But we're not having that song. Let's try and make the wall. Okay, let's do this. We've got this. I don't know, is it saved right before then? Why would it say game over then? Why would it just not say one word of the save? Okay, here we go. I finished this track before, I'm going to finish it again. Let's do this. Come on. Drifting is too slow. Okay, we've got to just get around that corner around. Come on, get on my way. Why is it drifting? Why is it drifting? Come on. Don't get it. I don't. If anyone in the chat knows why on sometimes that last corner on this track, just the drift lasts for ages, and that's what's slowing me down. I didn't have this issue before, so I don't know what's causing it. The rest of these corners, I've mastered exactly optimal speed here. But that last corner. This corner now. It doesn't matter if I go slow around it, speed. As soon as I get into that. Oh, yes, finally. That drift. Okay, it wasn't the best corner, but at least it didn't drift. That drift would slow me down by loads. Okay. Right now, as long as I can do all the rest of the corners alright. Come on. Oh, don't hit me. I want to do this track again. Don't. Yes. It's probably a quick way, but hey. Oh, let's look through. Come on. It feels very weird not to drift, but every time I try drifting on this track, it's just let me down. It's like it totally goes against normal ridge racer tracks. Why is it drifting? Why is it drifting? Didn't tell it to drift. Okay, that worked alright. Still in third though, come on. Where's 2 and 1? Come on. Where are they? I've not even seen them. There's two. Nope, it's on the long drift again. Well, that's our best, but it's not. I don't know. Maybe I've got a drift in. Next try, we're going to drift. We'll just drift on more corners because I thought that was a much better attempt, but for something is slowing us down. Yeah, let's figure this out. This last race is a pain. It's got to be something that's slowing us down. We've got good starts. We pass those people. Maybe I've just got to start cutting these corners closer. Just gotta risk it for a biscuit situation going on here. No, because that's gonna cost me time here now. Okay, let's figure this out. I just really got to cut this corner. Do a corner and not lose loads of speed then. I tried to do it without the drifting, can only come third. Try with the drifting and it just seems to be a nightmare now. I haven't seen it. That should be fast. Look, the speed is faster, yeah. Come on. It's that long drift. That long drift is attempted restart, but I'm practice this track for a while. So if we go for the inner track, and that's a faster speed. If we drift, we'd lose too much speed. So I can't see drifting around that corner actually being an advantage. It's not like drifting gives you a boost afterwards, because every time I try to drift, you end up getting long drift, and that slows you down terribly. This issue last time I finished this game. I finished this track before with this type of car, so I'm trying to remember how I did it last time. But oh, why did I do that? That's the only time I've been this frustrated with Ridge Racer before. Something I'm forgetting. Right, any tips to get out of that weird, like we're constantly drifting afterwards? Let me know, because I can't figure it out. Still passing around the corners like that. I'm going in the inner corner, so I'm definitely saving time there. So. Wheel spin going on, but what is causing it? Yeah, the lap times are worse. I was better off when I didn't try drifting. There we go, that's corner. Yeah, okay. Maybe I just got to avoid drifting and just try and... It's that last corner. What is it about that last corner today? Right. Let's go a random song. I don't want to hear the requested song again. Give me a sec. Right, we're going in a corner. Maximum speed. Going from out to in. Yeah, we're not losing any speed. That's a good speed. Yeah, this dread last corner up here. What if we just go completely wide out and then in? That could be it. Okay, that seemed good. Right, widen and in. I don't know about that foot. I think widen in might be the best bet for. Get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. Except for when people, AI can do it, that's the problem. This is the issue with widening. It's probably got another name. I'm calling it the widening. This one, we definitely do widening. Go as wide as possible. In. Nice. Okay. Maybe that's what I was doing. I was doing the widening. Just a bit. Could this be it? I'm nervous. Hands are getting sweaty. My thumb has turned purple. No, don't hit us. Come on. Third place already. Okay, let's focus. A new record? Oh, crikey. Okay, I'm liking this widening, no drifting. It goes against all my Ridge Racer instincts not to want to drift. I love drifting so much. Okay, widen in. Maybe a little bit too wide. Nope, second place. Okay. Now I've got my second place. Right, here we go. Widen in. Come on. Widen in. I apologize if you're watching it and I keep saying widen in, but it's just what's keeping me going right now. Focus on this last race. Widen in. Come on, where's first place? I think I see a car. Some type of jaggies. There's a car. This game needs a HD remake badly. Why is there not a Ridge Racer collection? If there is, let me know. I'd be interested. I don't remember. You think you'd hear about that, wouldn't you? The Wipeout collection. It's kind of disappointing. Widen in. Is this it? Come on. Don't anyone pass me. Come on. Yes. Oh, thank goodness for that.
Whoa, check this out.
Take that in.
The Pack Racing team wins. You guys really came out of nowhere.
Yes.
Sorry, but we've never even heard of you before. Heck, I bet no one even cared about your team until today. You must have been
What insults? I just won, dude.
You never had to fight in first place. You showed us some smooth moves out there that ought to earn you some RBFBECT. The combination of your awesome
we did it.
riding skills and your crack Japanese crew was lethal, man. What teamwork! Now, no one can say they don't know what they
Guys, going on for a bit, isn't it?
Congratulations, Pack Racing Team!
Thanks. Right, let's see what happens now. I can't remember if there's an end cutscene. I'm saying we just won. Yes. Congratulations. You're the winner of Real Racing Roots 99. You've done it. You managed to pull it off. You're just incredible. Yeah, okay, and what's the else here? Yep, okay. Oh, epilogue. Here we go. A new beginning. Okay. I think it's just okay. Well, we're not going to sit and watch this because I know we want to see the racing. I don't think there's anywhere scoring. We could be here for too long. anyway, there you go. Let's have a look. I'm going to try a grip car now. Don't think I've done grip. I usually like drift cars, but I'm curious to see how they do on the sub tracks. Oh. Ah, but it's just the ending cutscene. Yeah, very strange. A new car's been added to your garage mode. I don't know what garage mode is. Just to look at the cars. Let's have a quick look, see what garage says. Okay, just really choose your cars. Okay. Total number of... Okay, how do we know what cars we've not done? Okay, I don't know what these mean. Let's just keep going back. I'm pressing the wrong button. X to exit. Okay, let's... Welcome, yes. Let's Grand Prix, yes. Let's try a grip car now. This could go horribly wrong. But it could turn out to be really good. Let's have a look.
Welcome to the Real Racing Roots 99 Grand Prix.
Okay, let's skip all this waffle here. Yep, I know 4 racing teams. Okay, so we did that. So that's normal tuning. That's hard tuning. Where does it say? Oh no, you choose a team and then... Oh, that's weird. Let's go for... I don't know what tuning means though. Anyway, we need something a little bit calmer if we want to try grip, so let's try this with grip. Ah, I missed it, doesn't matter. Choose one car manufacturer. Okay, we did drift. Now we'll go for grip. Let's go for Trackday, whatever that is. Yes, we're going to go for that. Okay. Tip here, the start button works the same as the accept button. Our sponsor this season is Trackday, per your request. So technically you can do like Grand Prix like 4 times, I think, with each different team. I wonder if that's like the tuning is like difficulty. It's tricky on normal, so we'll find out. We'll see if this tuning easy is actually easier, and if the grip car is easier. Here, let's have a bit of a quick comparison to see if grip, how different grip is from drift. According to the manual, it just go around the corner a bit different. And it's not as bad. Which would have been good for that last race, but here we go. Can't really notice much difference here. I think if I tried to drift, you probably notice. Come on. Oh yeah, these things do not drift. They kind of drift, or maybe they're just easier to drift. Okay, not built for drifting. Right, okay, so this is definitely somewhere we want to go. Nope. It's weird, because the drift card last time, I had to do the wide to in thing. I feel like I'm just going to do this on all these. Let's see how better. Just kind of turn a bit better without having the need to. It's weird, because Ridge Racer is usually associated with drifting, so it's weird to have like one where it's like, oh no, this is the card you want if you don't want to drift. Yeah, this is. Maybe I need to cut the corner a bit more though. Definitely doesn't drift as easily, do you? Let's have a look, see how it reacts to some of these corners. Everything seems a bit everything seems slower. Makes me wonder if easy is just a bit slower. And there you go, so I technically finished the game on normal, but that last track was so I dread to think what that's like on the other difficulties. Manual said go wide to in, but ooh, okay. Sharp tail. I'm not sure I like this grip car as much as I like the drift. Not on these tire tracks. Sometimes it seems to stick well. I think the problem is if it loses its grip, it's a little bit harder to control. I'm no Ridge Racer 4 expert, but that is definitely the feeling I'm getting. Okay, again, we're doing alright. It's just a little bit trickier. I kind of just wish there's more courses. I feel like at 999, did racing games not have many tracks then? Because we did 2, 4, yeah, it's 8 tracks. Just feels a little bit thin on numbers. That's like the equivalent to 2 Mario Grand Prix. I don't know why I racing in Mario Grand Prix levels, but okay, let's jump on through next heats. Wonder Hill. Okay, let's go for. Let's do random play and then we'll get some shit songs. Okay, here we go.
3, 2, 1, go!
Also, from what I couldn't see, I couldn't find a single race mode. So you couldn't just go, I just want to race this track. Everything's with the Grand Prix or time attack. Well, time attack is fine, but if you want to race against other races, like AI bots, I mean, couldn't find it. Unless someone knows. If someone in chat or watching on YouTube, when this goes up on YouTube, if anyone knows, let me know in the comments if there's a way just to do a single race against AI bots. Because all I can see was Grand Prix and time attack and stuff. Okay. Start to see the benefit of having it. Oh, never mind. To use this grip car. I can see the benefit of it. It does seem to really grip that road, but when you get some sharp corners you need drifting. It's not like to drift. Ridge Racer's always kind of had like its own unique sense of handling, so it's arcade, but it's like such a weird one. Like there's like more of a skill to it than just it's not quite as easy just to pick up and play. Definitely a knack to it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I haven't like crashed in the sides quite as much as I did in this corner's tight. Yeah, you just slowed down more on the grip by the looks of it. Yeah, that's Batman. No mini games in the loading screens either on this one. Because Namco had the patents, copyrights on mini games in loading screens for ages. I think they just lost it the other year. I think it ran out. But yeah, I've not seen more pop up yet. some of the other ridge racing games definitely had the Namco arcade games in the loading screen. This one seems to be missing it. Oh, that corner. A little bit tight. Come on. Right, here we go. Okay, second place should be fine for this round, this heat. Some of those corners, not so easy with the grip. Other corners, much easier, so it is a bit of a change compromise. Right, let's see what track we got next. I can't remember. We should be in the next heat though. Okay, yeah, we know, blah blah. Never been a big fan of stories in racing games. Well, not these types. I just want to race. Save. Yep. Okay. Let's see what we've got next. Yep, second heat. Oh, Edge of the Earth. We're off to New York again.
You've got a new car.
Oh, we've got a new car. Just wonder what this car's gonna be. Okay. Here's our new car. A little bit faster this time. Here we go. Edge of the Earth, July. Oh, I was going to choose that song, never mind. Oh, it's the airport one. Now I've got to rework my brain to think about how to use it with a grip car though. Some of these corners like, oh yeah, it's a bad corner. But the grip car is totally different. It does turn a lot sharper though. If I'm imagining it, does definitely just turn more. Yeah, like you can turn a lot more before you need to drift. Which is good, because you want to avoid drifting in this thing, because it's just like trying to drift a brick. It's not going to happen. Swirlies there. Sounds like a wild animal thing. There we go, some tunnel racing. They never went like full on with futuristic cities. It's kind of like semi-futurism. Right, okay. Come on. And these arrows take a while to load up. It's only because that mini-map. Imagine if you just relied on the arrows in the game. You'd be like, which way are those arrows going to change out there? When the old thing, when you go back to these old games, sometimes it's like, yeah, it's weird to think like, be racing and like, oh no, it's just red and white signs, and then when you get closer and it's like, oh, it's like popping today. No, texture popping is the worst. It's like blurry textures and popping. There's a lot on Unreal games, doesn't it? The textures just unloading. And this is a weird one, like the textures are there, but when you get near it, it's just like it's changing shape. Oh, I didn't mean to drift then, did I? There's a good article in Retro Gamer this month or last month about some of the things about old PlayStation games, because there's a bunch of people making like brand new games but like in the style of PlayStation games, with deliberately adding like these weird effects that you had back then. So it's definitely worth a read. Yeah, where is first place? Whoop, that's barrier. But yeah, I'm curious to hear everyone's favourite, like, racing location in a game. Like I was saying before, there's quite a few ones that do have an airport. Mario Kart's got an airport, Split Second has an airport, this has an airport, Ridge Racer 6 has an airport level. Champion, whichever games I played has an airport level. I don't know. Actually, no, Blur has an airport level as well, but it's like an old abandoned airport. Come on, get out of the way. I think I've got one. Swirlies again there. Come on. Oh no, I slowed down too much there. Okay, that's in the car. Right. Very weird not drifting as much to it. As soon as you're in a drift type car, it's like a corner comes like, yeah, time to drift. I'm gonna have to, when I go back to Ridge Racer 6, I'm gonna have to look to see if there's a grip and a drift class, because I just remember drifting all the time in that game. But now it's weird playing this without drift. Because to me, the Ridge Racer series is like the king of drift. But maybe I was wrong. Okay, second, race 2, the second heat, we're going to at the blue, yes, start. July 1999. Let's, yeah, random song. There we go. Another thing that has loads of games have like a harbour level. Harbour, dock, whatever you want to call it. Okay, here we go.
3 laps to go.
Man, that just really makes it go tight. So these are fake corners, as I call them. This is a fake one. Yeah, this is a fake one. Oh, sorry. This is a real one. Oh, that sharp corner there. Yeah, I think some racing games have more coastal levels, so it's quite cool. Wow, this thing really does grip well. Okay, 4th place, that's alright. First one. So heat 2 means we have to come second.
2 laps to go.
Fake corner. This one? Yeah, this one's a fake one. Next one's a real one. And that drift is sharp. It's like when you drift normally with a drift car, so like whirling out with this grip one is like holding on for dear life. Whereas the back end of your car flies when you're doing the drift one, so okay, I could get used to this grip car. Not quite the way I like to play Ridge Racer, but hey, seems to be working pretty well. Okay, nearly there. Oh, we've still got another lap. Okay, we're doing alright here. But yeah, I need to get around and play some of the other Ridge Racer games as well. Then have this one. Ridge Racer 6, Ridge Racer Unbounded, and Ridge Racer 3D. So I'm not sure what people think is the best one. Me personally, Ridge Racer 6. It's got some slight odd control issues, but last time I played it was still pretty good. But like I said, I need to give Unbounded more of a try because I don't know if it's the AI difficulty spikes or something, or the rubber banding. Something put me off, so I need to go back, revisit it and see what it was. Just being out of curiosity to see. Come back with fresh eyes, as to say, and a break. Come on. Oh no, really? Okay, it's always near the end for these guys. It must be a racing game thing, just like, I'm gonna wait for the last lap. For the line, here we go. Right, I think we've got time for one more race. But while we're waiting, while that race loads, I may as well do my usual spiel about where you can find me. So you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram if you just search Arctic Panda Popz, but all the links are in the description below. And you can help support us on Patreon, or if you just want to do a one-off donation, we appreciate all the support. Ko-fi, otherwise just a follow, a like, and a subscribe helps as well. And it's very much appreciated. So let's check out this next race. Let's just save it and do the next race. I appreciate all the help and support. We'll be back Thursday for Throwback Thursday, where we'll take a look at Kirby and the Rainbow Paintbrush. And I believe in the Americas they call it Kirby and the Rainbow Curse for the Wii U. So that's our Throwback Thursday. That's this Thursday at 3 PM Greenwich Mean Time. And then obviously we'll be back again next Tuesday for Trackday Tuesday at 3 PM Greenwich Mean Time. I haven't decided, but keep posted at social networks, then you will find out what we're going to be streaming next week. And of course, sometimes I throw in a mystery stream, so just keep posted because I'll let you know. But sometimes we do one, sometimes we don't, so just if we're feeling like that. Obviously, we've got brand new videos every Wednesday as well on YouTube. And if you're watching this on Twitch, you can catch up with this again. If you've missed some of it or you want to watch it again, you can catch up with us on YouTube. I will put it up either after the stream or tomorrow, but unfortunately I forgot to hit the record button, so I'll have to download it from Twitch and maybe upload it tomorrow. I will learn to remember to hit record at the same time as stream. Here we go. This is a very unusual car we just got. I missed the unveiling when I was chatting there. I didn't see it, so this is definitely unusual. Okay, this is very futuristic car. Ooh, it's snappy as well. It's the mappy car. Mappy, snappy map. Okay, I don't know if that sounds right. Oh, some tight corners. So yeah, if you've been watching this on YouTube, Twitch, just let me know in the chat or post a comment. I love to hear what games would you like me to see me play, which racing games or which retro games for Thursday. And just tell me anything, just drop me something that you liked about Ridge Racer. Or do you still like Ridge Racer? You might be one of these hardcore Ridge Racer players that still play to this day. I like to dip out in and out of Ridge Racer once in a while. So, really cool. Shame Namco have kind of abandoned it, but hopefully they bring it back, or one day if we've got our fingers crossed, Namco will just sell its gaming licenses to other people to make stuff, or at least let other developers make it, because clearly they don't care about making games anymore for the most part. There we go. Final lap. Out of the way. Oh, okay. Okay. A little bit faster and a little very. Oh no, that was terrible. Very grippy. while to use the drifting in this one. And that's the thing in this game, like, when you get to that last final race, they just give you like a brand new car for one race. It's the hardest race in the whole game. You've got how could you? Nope. Did I come first? I think I did. Let's have a look. Yes, brilliant, just in time. So let's have a see who we can raid. Let me write a quick message. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. And we will be back on Thursday. There's a new video tomorrow. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe something to do with Mario. You'll just have to wait and see. Maybe it's a mystery. Right, and let's see who we can raid. And I appreciate everyone watching and joining us. Let's have some Carmen ducks. Okay, we'll see you next time. Have a good evening, good day, and stay safe. Bye. Here we go, raiding now.